Hey everyone, if you're new to the channel, do subscribe to the RSS. Don't forget to turn on the notification button and comment as we talk about anything under the sun that can be sports centric. You're watching the RSS. Hi, welcome to the RSS with HD right here on our YouTube channel. It's the Rashid Salleh show, and we will be talking about a topic that's really close to none of our hearts because it's something really new. If you're from the younger generation, that's something that's really cool at the moment. But we will be chatting about eSports.
Hold on.
Brand new. It's entertainment.
No, wait,
sports.
hold on. I grew up playing eSports.
No, but we didn't call it eSports then. That's
No,
what
it was
I'm
just
saying.
called Toucan. It was just called
It was
Counter
just called
Strike.
entertainment.
It was just called games.
Well, this is where I'd like to really have a discussion with you.
Okay,
and
good.
of course, if you have something to talk about, do subscribe to our channel, press like, and give us your comments, and let us know what it is all about on the RSS, because this is something that we've always wanted to talk about. People have been tiptoeing around it. Yes, there have been people who are said it's really great, but I'd like to know, why is it called eSports when it was never a sport in the first place? But I am saying this from a different generation, yeah, because when skateboarding came out, people say it wasn't eSports, but it was a physical.
It wasn't eSports, but it was.
I mean, it wasn't a sport,
Yeah.
but it was became
Yeah.
a sport. So thus doing this is considered, or this is considered an e-sport. I mean, there will be people who agree or disagree with me.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, but I'm just saying, why is it called esports in the first place? Does anyone know? No? Okay, well, move along then. So,
Look.
is
before
esports-
before we get all these eSport fans, bashing us, saying that too old.
Maybe bashing you.
No,
I'm-
maybe
I'm okay with that.
He's the old guy here. I'm the young one. I played Counter Strike. I played Tekken.
So did I. I was a FIFA guy from
no.
you know,
FIFA.
But it's a
Pro
sport.
Soccer Evolution.
Even like boxing.
Okay, anyway, moving
Anyway.
on. Yeah. So esport. Why esport? What's with this craze? It's like suddenly from 2014 to 2019, we've just seen a boom in number of investment, in number of players, in number of tournaments.
That's right.
But why? Simply because it's got the reach.
Right.
Everyone is jumping on the bandwagon because it's got the reach. It's got the numbers, and it's these numbers promises pockets of conversations which will not just last today, but will last when these players turn 20, 30, 40, 50, and perhaps even 60s, when they go back and they think about their Dota 2 playing games or their Hearthstone playing games.
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's great that because they're playing games,
Yeah.
they get being recognized. There's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of business coming into it.
Yeah.
There's money being poured into it.
Yeah.
But I still struggle to. I'm going to be this
Oh, you're going to be the grumpy old guy.
No, not really. Just devil's advocate. Because
Okay.
people not in my generation. I'm just. Contoh example.
Okay.
Just pretend I'm a really grumpy old man. I'm like,
Okay.
but
But you
esports.
are.
But it's not. I'm not. I'm never grumpy. Come on. Only with certain
Okay.
people.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving along. So esports games.
Yeah.
Esports games. Which is it? Because it's either a game or is it sport? Now I'll give massive examples.
Chess
The SEA games.
games,
Somebody made
chess
it to
games.
the Southeast Asian Games, and
Yeah.
Southeast Asian Games is a sporting
Yeah,
event.
But as per what you said, Rashid, chess games, James. Chess
I
is
was
fun.
never an advocate of chess being in sports. I don't call chess a sport, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
And the guys who argue for esports will go like, it uses a lot of hand, eye, and brain coordination, just as much as the other sports. I'm not defending them, but that's what they
So
say.
does being in bed, but that's not a sport.
I didn't see that coming, but anyway, we do a lot of things in bed.
I don't know. I sleep mostly these days. But,
Okay,
you know,
back to esports.
you've got all these big companies now and big sports
Nike,
clubs.
Samsung, Adidas,
Manchester
Coca-Cola, PSG, you
Yes.
name it. Big brands are all capitalizing on
And maybe
esports.
Liverpool up, once they win the league. People are saying they will win the league, but that's another topic where we probably will be talking about much later on, probably after May, when we know decisions. But
back to esports. You see how distracting
is it a
esports
gimmick?
is?
Is esports a
No, look.
little gimmick?
Jokes aside, I think why people are all latching onto esports is simply because of the potential. They see a market there. They see plenty of eyeballs. It all translates to viewership. So the way it's being done, it's so professional in setup. Although it's two different things. If you notice, esports competitions are usually organized by publishers.
Right.
But the NBA, for example, they don't own basketball. Basketball is universal. Here, publishers that own the games actually organize the game. So
Yes.
two different things. That's one. Number two, like I said before, it's the reach and the viewership. So a lot of organizations who want to bank on that simply because it promises a return of investment. So take the SEA Games, for example. Tekken was part of the SEA Games. When I view it, I had mixed feelings. It reminded me of my childhood, but at the same time, I'm going like, what?
Yeah, this is
How
where
is this a game to be competed at that level? So yeah, I'm a bit confused in as well. But yeah, it's being widely accepted, and if you don't accept it, just like how BMX made it to the Olympics, Beijing Olympics. And people were like,
which
riding
is still
out,
physical
doing
though, but
stunts.
it's still physical because bicycles, BMX, we've had,
Correct.
cycling, whether it's enduro or whether it's mountain biking, it's a sport. It's a proper physical sport.
Correct.
So BMX, I can accept because there are physical skills and people are still on a bicycle, which is something that's always been there in whether it's Olympics or not. But I struggle to see how Tekken can be so relevant in the SEA Games.
I struggle to understand it as well. But the thing is that we just can't beat or dismiss the fact that it creates more conversations, it creates more eyeballs, and it's really a really good business investment compared to something as traditional as perhaps even badminton, for crying out loud.
Well,
if you look at the numbers,
I believe you me, I'm not against esports. I just struggle to. I think the question was, is it what it's been tagged as a sport? So esports, electronic sports or whatever you want to call it. It's just that it being on the same level, saying it's a sport. That's where I have struggles with. Whether I like it or not, I think that's beside the point because people will always whether they like it. We all love games or esports or whatever you call it now. But moving forward, the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Malaysia have allocated 20 million ringgit.
That's where I need to correct you. The Finance Ministry allocated 20 million based on the announcement of the last budget, of the 2020 budget, which was done last year.
Okay.
Now that allocation of funds did not go to the Youth and Sports Ministry. I repeat myself, it did not go to the Youth and Sports Ministry.
Why?
So the minister concerned should not be jumping on the bandwagon. It went to an agency called Amnig.
Right.
Yeah. And they view esports rather differently because if I may, in November 2019, National News Agency bernama quoted MDEC CEO. MDEC stands for Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation.
Right.
It's an agency under the Communications and Multimedia Ministry, two different ministries, not the Youth and Sports Ministry. And the MDEC CEO Surina Shukri said that the agency will focus on creating digital education content in the esports sphere.
What does that mean
And I verbatim, her quote, I see many games now where you are able to interact and learn new content, whereby to get to the next level, you have to answer chemistry questions. That is not Dota 2, that is not Hearthstone, that is not Taken, and I'm sure, I know this for a fact, there are no chemistry questions in Counter-Strike.
or 2, or Command and Conquer. But,
so it looks like
there is money going into esports, but it's actually in a roundabout way going into.
So what is the real interpretation or definition of esports?
Exactly. So you tell me, because you're supposed
Because
to
is it
be,
based-
as you said at the beginning of this episode, much younger than me. So answer away, HD.
And suddenly I feel like I'm the advocate of esports. Which, no, I'm not being biased to any party, but yeah, I mean, we're just laying the facts as it is. But the
Yeah.
problem right now is that esports is being defined by the publisher. And obviously the publisher would want to promote his game.
Exactly.
The game that he or she developed. So yeah, I mean, so where do we draw the line? And chemistry questions, esports?
Well, we don't know. But at the same time, I think this debate will probably
So
go
is
on
Candy
and on.
Crush part of esports?
Pardon?
Is Candy Crush?
We never know. It might be one day in SEA Games in, God knows, in Malaysia perhaps. Candy Crush is very popular in Malaysia. But moving along,
Among the older folks.
I don't know. I don't. Unfortunately, I don't play games, so
Lack
too
and eye
busy,
coordination.
playing proper sports.
Ooh.
Anyway, we shall have this debate, and it was going to go on and on, but we haven't got time for that.
Yeah.
But if you do have any comments, you do have opinions, and I know you guys do, write down those comments, subscribe, like us on the RSS, and let us know what other topics that you guys would like to talk about, albeit whether it's sports or any other thing.
Yep.
Any other things, let us know, and I guess we'll talk about it for you, and we'll let everyone else know and he'll tell you his opinion.
Yep.
And I might take it a pinch of salt, but I might just take it seriously. But with esports, well, I'm sure there's plenty to talk about. Lastly, just want to say, you look really nice in that shirt.
Thank you, Amnig.
Thank you, Amnig. Amnig, a trusted Malaysian athleisure brand, a must name in gear. And thank you also to MK Community Centre for
It's
giving us
lovely
the
studio.
space to be able to do this. That's Haresh Deol. I'm the RSS. We'll see you in the next edition of the RSS.
Yep.